everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brittany and I am on a mission to hit 3,000 subscribers. So make sure you click that button below, I would appreciate it. So we're actually going to be working on a left chest for a brand new customer. I actually had them reach out to me just late last week. I've gone ahead and I picked up the shirts. The shirts are actually kind of cute, I will be honest. And I finally got a hold of a blank sheet. If you guys have heard me say this before, I love picking up like blank sheets just to run samples on, so I'm not wasting materials or anything like that. So I finally got that. We're gonna run a sample, make sure everything looks good. Got it back from my digitizer. I use 360 digitizing. They're always linked below. I have no affiliate with them, but I just personally really like them. At least I like the turnaround and their like website process set up. So feel free to check them out. But I've already gone ahead, I put it on my machine. Now we are working with the 75 as well as 65 thread. So I did have to change it on my Ricoma software. So I've already went and got that all set up. But yeah, it's gonna hopefully be a pretty quick video. I am gonna take my time with it because these are really expensive shirts and we need to do a good job. So let's get going. Look who came to visit. Miss Beauty Queen. You guys haven't seen her in forever. She's still doing good. And she's like, Mom, why'd you trap me in the room? Get me out. Alright, Lou. So with my bed sheet, I typically will just leave it double layered because I do like working with the double backing. Because since the sheet is so thin, to be kind of honest with you guys, but like look how much room I'm gonna have to like run samples. I've done this once before and I loved it. And then you got like all these different like logos and stuff on them. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a corner. I am actually going to practice. Actually, I was gonna practice on my 7.25 hoop, but I'm thinking I might just do my 5x5 because I was gonna tell the difference between running it on just a solid 75 thread and then mixture of 75 and 65. But I'm not gonna do that now. So let me grab that hoop. These things, oh my God, these things are so strong. I hate when they get stuck together. Okay, we're gonna be using that hoop anyway, so let's just go ahead, set it up there. Alrighty, so let's, okay. Oh God. Trying not to get my finger stuck. So there we have it. See if I can pull this a little bit more, make it a little tighter. Yep. Yep. All right. Still a little loose, but again, we're running a sample, so it's fine. If I was not running a sample, I would not accept how loose that this is. And you can kind of tell based off the hardness. You can honestly also tell, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but see the movement there? Right there? That to me is kind of on the loose side. You typically don't want that much movement. And now that I've done that enough, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull it tight. Just so it's not pulling, I'm just gonna take my excess fabric, just gonna toss it over one of the shoulders. We're gonna do a trace out. This is also making sure too that the hoop size that I select is not gonna cause any problems. I did actually go with, I believe, ABC. I went with my C hoop. I toggle between my C and my D, like default on my machine when I use my 5.5, just because it works for either option. So that's what I did there. The speed is at 750. It is on the lower side. I am gonna just leave it there because again, the shirts that I'm working with are pretty stretchy, but we'll get into how I'm going to hoop those in a second. Let's go ahead and run the sample and hope everything comes out well. So we have our first from the looks of it, thread just came loose. Why does this thread look, I'm so confused. This thread looks blue. I'm so confused right now. I'm on my black thread, but why does this look blue? Oh, you know what I did? I think this is what I did. I think what I did was, remember when I just did the last shirt order, the school uniform, and I did the dark blue 65 thread? Well, like when I was done with the order, I took it off and then I put my black thread and I tied it off, but I never like pulled it through to change out the color. Oh, Brittany. Oh my goodness, okay. So that's why it's blue. All right, well, solve that mystery. Where's my, okay. Okay, so we did that. So thank goodness for samples, because if this happened on the actual shirt, I probably would have cried. But I'm not gonna, well, I was gonna not clean it up, but it's all right. Let's just go ahead and clean it. And then I thought about running another sample now that the black is corrected, but the black did finish the word firm, so it's fine. Like I said, I'd probably just have to hit it with a lighter, things like that. Again, this is just a sample. I don't even know why I'm doing all this. I'm just making sure it all looks all right. Yeah. Okay. So here's what we're working with. Looks pretty good. Can you see the mistake? This is blue, and then that's why the machine stopped and it fixed it in the black. So that was fun. Just in case you guys are curious, this is my 75 thread along with my 75 needle. And then we ended up changing it here to my 65 thread, 65 needle, because we went a lot smaller with the font, and it looks way better doing that rather than leaving it with a thicker thread and the thicker needle. So in case you're curious, this is why you have to kind of change between the two. And again, because I do have a 15 head, I've just realized to just leave a 65 up permanently, so I'm not constantly changing the needle out. If you have a 6 head machine, maybe just do one. Maybe just do one where you're doing like a 65 thread and the 65 needle, and you know, figure out what color you're using the most, whether that's black or white. And then, you know, when you need to interchange the thread out, you don't have to also change the needle out. So that's what I would personally recommend, and I'm really starting to like that idea. So now we have our first design done on our blankie. So that makes me excited, because as we continue to progress and everything, we get to just see like all of our designs on one little sheet. So that makes me really happy. So I'm really excited about these shirts. They're super adorable. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this brand. They have popped up on my feed quite a bit. And basically they're a golf shirt company. But look at this. Look how cute. They have like really fun patterns. These are little gummies. Oh my God, did you just see that? I just noticed that. I am so sorry. Oh my God. Okay. I know that they have some funny things, but I was not expecting it. Oh my God. The more you look, the more you find like that. All right. So because these shirts are quite stretchy here, I will be doing double backing. This is my 8x8 cutaway. Oh my God, I always mess up. So I will be doing double backing. It gives it more stability. I actually did learn this from Actually, it was another embroiderer person in my local area. So that's what they recommend, especially with those stretchy fabrics. I want to see if I can try to find this maybe like a thicker. That's what I would love to try to find, but right now we're just going to do the double. And actually what I will do too is I'm probably going to do my spray adhesive. I don't typically use that as much anymore. Here she is. Okay. I don't use my 505 double espresso. Oh my God, sorry, you guys can't see it because of the ring light. There we go. I don't use this one as much anymore, and that's probably because a couple comments have said, oh, you don't need to use it every single time. You're probably right, I don't, and I haven't, so that's probably why. But since I am gonna be working with something a lot stretchier, I'm just gonna go with the extra protection with the double backing and the spraying. It's completely fine. They didn't know what color to go with, so we just decided on black since there's just so much color going on with the shirt. So that is what we are doing. And I'm just going to hoop it like I've shown you guys a dozen times. Oh my God. I love that. Stuff like that makes me laugh so hard. Like I said, the more I look at it, the more I keep seeing. Oh my God, that's great. So let's check this out. So, let's see. Can you guys? It's a little bit better than we saw in the sample, right? Okay. So just go ahead and press this down. This just gets the adhesive stuck onto the physical shirt itself. All right, let's start embroidering. If you guys can hear the squeaking point, I'm so sorry. It is playtime. All right, perfecto. That? Okay. Oh my God, I have to show Kyle this shirt. Oh my God, this is great. I do want to check my thread, like my bobbin, just to make sure. I don't know, do you guys ever start embroidering and then you just have like that feeling? So let's just go ahead and take that off. Well, obviously while this was embroidering, I already started hooping my other one. So this is what she looks like. So black is definitely the way to go because we have so much going on here. So that is perfect, and the double backing helped. I'll probably just do a little bit of cutting in between the word family law firm. So that was good. And then let's just, okay, my only concern now is, I think what I need to do, to be honest with you, is I probably need to drop the logo down, because if you wear the shirt, with one button open, you're gonna cover the word law firm. So I definitely probably need to bring that down. Ugh. Okay. Problem is I actually hooped it with it buttoned. So I wasn't thinking about that. I really need to put it between like, I probably need to put it between like these two buttons. So if you notice, I put it maybe on the more higher side. So let me check that when I map out the other shirt. Okay, so here's my other shirt. It's already hooped, obviously. And I can definitely see the buttons. They're kind of like between here. So it might be a little bit better. Actually, never checked the bobbin. Right in my mouth. Ah. Oh God, she's fresh. She's fresh, she's good. Okay, good. Go back in. Alrighty. And then all I'm gonna do is, yeah, see, I think when I hooped this one, I probably hooped it down a little further. Let me just make sure. Yeah. So this logo definitely will sit a little further down, which is fine. Like I said, it's kind of what I'm going for anyways. So great news, I just finished my last shirt. Now my last two shirts were actually women's shirts and they're kind of cool, to be honest. They're just, why can't I think of the name? They have no sleeves. I'm losing my marbles, honestly. But these were my last two shirts. Most of them were men. I had 5 shirts in total. I actually ended up dropping the speed down to 720. I don't remember what, I think it was 760, 780 when I started. And I ended up just dropping it down just to feel a little bit more comfortable, since again, we were working with an expensive shirt. I was working with, you know, a fabric that was pretty stretchy. So I was just trying to do my due diligence. And honestly, I have no other orders behind this one, so there's really no rush. And it wasn't a very big image, so it didn't take long at all in order to accomplish. So here it is. I still gotta probably just do a little bit of cleanup. But like I said, the only thing I did do from the first shirt versus the rest of the shirts is I did drop the image down just ever so slightly. So now when you see if they wear it and they have their collar open, you can see it. So the collar won't cover it, if that makes sense. So just keep that in mind when you are embroidering. Obviously that is something that I wish I caught on the first shirt, but again, it's really not that large of a deal, so it is fine. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and take some of my product shots. I get that posted up. I am gonna zoom in on those little cute little gummies. They're so funny. I showed Kyle and he was like, oh my God, do they know that those are on there? And I'm like, well, yeah, that's kind of the branding of the shirt. And it's funny because their slogan, what am I saying? Their slogan is, what does it say? This doesn't have it. Oh, it says, play bad, look good. So that is so funny. I really like it. Hopefully you guys did enjoy my video. I do want to make a little saying, I did go live last Thursday. It was really good. I had some pretty good feedback. A couple people wish that they didn't miss it. So it's definitely something I want to do again. I'm just trying to figure out whether like a weekday, probably like an evening weekday might be better, just to kind of like throw up the camera and just talk to you guys. I really did like the interaction. There's like no pressure, which is super nice. No editing involved or anything like that. So I'm definitely wanting to do that again. And then I think, oh, also, I had somebody comment saying that there's a lot of echo going on. I do want to address that. It is being fixed. I already bought all the little styrofoam boards. We just have to install them, but in a way to where it's not going to irritate me, because they're just like little black square foams. And so we're trying to figure out a way to like hide it behind a painting or put it up maybe higher so you guys can't see it when I'm like filming, just because they're not appealing at all. So yeah, we are working on that. I will be buying the pegboard. I'll be filming that. And that's really everything that's going on. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you could, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Hiccup, ooh, excuse me. And we'll see you in the next crafting project. Bye everyone.